talk like that, and I know it's my birthday and we're going somewhere, and I'm like, "Hey, you talk to my friend," like, and you're like not answering the question, I'm gonna be like, "Something's going on. Something's going on."
Yeah,
So the surprise
that's
is
all you know
ruined.
is that something's going on, but something's always going on.
Yeah,
Something's never not going on.
but like the thought of knowing something going on that is supposed to be kept from you is now known. Rather, yeah, sure, something's going on. We're going somewhere for my birthday.
Yeah, that's. I mean, you already
So
know
like,
something's
yeah, I
going on
know
in
there's
there.
a surprise there for me.
Yeah, but it could be not Taya. It could be a violinist showing up to
Yeah, but
sing
like
happy birthday to
the
you.
whole point of a surprise is to surprise somebody. Like it's supposed to be a surprise. It's not like supposed to be, "Oh, I know I'm going to a surprise."
I mean, yeah, but you don't know what the surprise is.
Unless you say I have a surprise for you, then yes, I know I have
No,
I'm
that's like
going to a
having a
surprise.
gift. That's having a gift right in front of you that's wrapped, and I'm not unwrapping it. So even so, then when you unwrap it, you're still surprised at what's in the gift. Boom.
Yeah, for sure that.
All right,
But
there
like
you go. And I didn't have to lie.
but on the day of my birthday and I'm asking you those specific questions, like you don't think that I'm going to think by you not wanting to answer those that somebody I know might be there?
I
Like
mean,
so that
you could think so many different things. You would have not, you wouldn't know.
if I'd asked those
The
questions, come
possibilities are
on.
endless.
Victor, if I said, "Are
So
any of my friends gonna be there? Are any of my friends gonna be there?" You're like, well, I don't know what your answer was because they might die, and I'm like, "Well, have you been in contact with any of them today or recently or whatever?" And you're like, "I don't want to share that information." You don't think I'm gonna think that one of my friends or someone I know is there?
I'll be like, so do you mind leaving sleeping dogs laying?
I would definitely know that
Oof.
somebody is there to surprise me. That's all I'm saying. I
Well,
may
you
not
wouldn't
know
know until
who.
you know.
I
You
may
even
not
said that
know
in the
who.
previous episode, and I wrote that
I
down.
may I may not know who, but I know that I have a surprise.
There you
So
go. There you go.
therefore,
The
but the
person is the
point
gift that's
is,
wrapped, and you don't know what person that
yeah,
is,
but
so it's still a surprise.
it's not meant for you to know there is a surprise. Like that's what it is. Like when someone throws a
So
surprise
you're not
birthday, it's
supposed to
not
put
meant
gifts
to
under the
know.
tree because you don't know
No,
if you
that's
have gifts or not gifts then.
no one says like here's a surprise, here's a surprise, they say here's a gift, dude. Like that's different. This is you're like trying to put it as something it's not. Like, sure, here, I wrap up a gift, here's your surprise. Is that what we should start calling it? Here's your
I mean,
surprise.
it is a surprise because you know it's a gift,
It
but you don't know
is in
what
a
the gift
sense,
is.
but if someone's throwing you something of a surprise, like yeah, that one it's still it's I feel like there's nuance in the surprise then. Cuz that's different, dude. Some people just get taken out for dinner on their birthday, and there's no freaking surprise there. Like, let's go to Pizza Hut for your birthday. We're getting dinner. That's not a freaking surprise, man. I'm just thinking we're going to Pizza Hut getting dinner. Where's the surprise in that?
I could be like, we're going to Pizza Hut and there's a gift there. Then you
You're
don't know
like,
what the
what
gift
the
is.
heck is my gift at that place for? I mean, yeah, sure. I guess you could say that. I still don't think in every situation that you would be able to do that. I really don't think so. That's like you saying you're
I
all
think so.
knowing
That's my
then.
belief. You don't have to believe it,
Yeah,
right?
you could believe in yourself for that, sure. But like you being stuck on like thinking that because the conspiracy is something that's meant to be unlawful or harmful, like the whole Santa Claus thing, like I don't
Dude,
necessarily see the harm. Like you're
haven't
telling a
you heard? Once
lie.
you have to tell them that it's a lie, then it's harmful. You don't see how people like were like, Victor, you told me that Santa wasn't real. Look, weren't you harmed by that and figuring out that it was a lie and it was a facade?
No,
Okay, well, I've
no.
heard other people and other stories where they do say that, even though they're probably
Yeah,
not willing to
exactly.
admit it. And the
So then
fact
there's
that somebody's trying to
nuance.
call out Christmas makes him a Grinch, which is ironically like hilarious or whatever, that trying to tell the truth makes you the Grinch. I mean, that like the marketing on this thing is just otherworldly. That's how I
So
feel.
your kids don't know who Santa is, right?
Yeah, now I have to like rationalize. I have to just say like dumb crap, dude. Like I don't know, or I have to be like, well, is Santa an alias for me then? Do I pretend that I'm Santa? Like Santa is me, but I'm not Santa type of
No,
stuff.
like that's what I'm
Because I
saying.
don't.
So do they know who Santa? Like, do you have like Santas in the house, or like have they said anything? Like, I know they're really young still, but
Yeah, and Theo's like already trying to capture Santa, so he's already set up traps around the fireplace.
so then
So
what do you do with that? Like, what do you say?
he hasn't like asked me direct. If
So
he
like, why
asked
aren't you
me,
taking the traps away? Like, why aren't you like
all
moving
we
them
said,
and
oh, dude, why didn't we take the traps away? Well, they did come down because we were putting up the Christmas tree. It's like, dude,
well, if Santa's not real, then he should know now before you're that same parent that's like being hypocritical about telling their kids Santa's real or not real
yeah, it's pretty
or
crazy. And
that he's
yeah,
real.
and what I'm getting at, yeah, what a tangled weed we web, and because like you don't want to, you know what I mean? Like even telling the truth is somehow wrong.
It's not wrong.
Yeah, it is, dude. People will get upset with you telling the truth.
So
Like I
you're
remember that
caring
girl
what
in
other
second
people. So
grade.
you're caring what other people would think.
Do I care what other people think?
So you would
Yes,
be,
I
because you
care
just
what other
said.
people. Yes, I care what other people think. And then as a caveat, I guess it doesn't make a difference what other people think. Because I realize like it matters what I think about me, not what you think about me. It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so everyone, it
So
doesn't matter what anyone, any of these people think about me. Because I know
yeah.
that as
So
long as
tell
I
your
have
kid he's
me,
not
then I'm good.
real. So
So
tear the things down and say Santa's not real. It doesn't matter if someone says, "Oh, Victor's the Grinch."
yeah,
Like,
so this
if
this
that's
is
your
where I'm going with this.
belief.
I'm gonna let you into my psyche, right? Which I've been doing. Is
Mhm.
that I can always lean back on the answer. I know I don't know. I don't know. So maybe one day Santa will just magically appear one day, and so I can just always say I don't know.
I
Pretty
feel like
sick.
that's a
Huh?
cop out.
You know why they use the oh wait, yeah, cop out. Interesting. I heard that cop a feel came from like the pat downs and stuff.
Oh wow, I never knew that. That makes
Mm-hmm.
sense.
Mm-hmm. Coffee at 12:36. See, I didn't need to
Yeah,
tell
but I
you that,
definitely
and that doesn't
like,
make me a
dude,
liar,
no,
right?
dude, it's like if I'm asking you questions and then you're trying to avoid it, like, yeah, then that's like by omission. Not in just like the sense of like, did I have to tell you that my phone's in my right hand? No, I didn't have to tell you. Like, circumstantial. Yeah, not just like everyday random things. But I
So
just
tell me
feel
the
like,
story
yeah,
then about you and Santa. Did you go up to your mom and you're like, "Yo, is Santa
Victor,
real?"
you
Or
told me.
I know, but that don't mean you have to believe me. You could be like, "Yeah, Victor's lying." You
I
could say
didn't
I'm
have
lying.
trust issues. Do not like, I believed you. You're my cousin. I love you. I trust you. I
Yeah,
was
but
like,
you
he's
love your
not real
parents
then.
too, and they told you he's real or
Yeah, but
Santa's real.
then you told me he wasn't.
Yeah,
And
but
you
why
gave
would
me
you
your
believe me over your
reasoning.
parents though?
Because you gave me your reasoning. You're like,
What
Aunt,
was
my
it?
mom told me. You said something about Aunt Jenny, like she told you already, or like you knew. It's
My
like you
mom.
gave, I can't
I don't know
100%
about that.
say because I don't remember, but you
Yeah.
gave me enough reason to believe your reasoning was valid.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, like if you're just like Santa's not real, period, then sure, maybe I won't. But you gave like I was like,
And then
why?
so
Like
could you see
what? Tell me.
my reasoning then behind how like we know conspiracies are real. Or I don't even want to say that first, but that you know that how kids can have joy even without Santa being real in life. Like the
Yeah,
joy
I
of being
agree.
alive is enough.
Santa doesn't define children or anyone's
And
joy.
I'm
Like
not
I don't
saying
think
it's the end all
Santa.
be all. I'm just saying it's one factor in many factors that's going on in this cabal of lunacy, is what it
I think it's
feels.
just a day of like people who aren't celebrating Jesus' birthday have something else to celebrate. Like it's just I don't think it's that serious. Like it's just I don't
See,
think
this
it
is where I
is.
go into my philosophy brain and I go,
It is that
everything
serious.
is everything. Yeah, it all matters. How you
Like I
wake up
think
in the
it
morning, what you
I think
eat,
it
how you
does.
breathe,
No,
everything
I think it
matters.
does, but
All
I
of it
will
matters.
say on a list of things I
Yes.
wouldn't put it up
Yeah,
here to
sure.
be like, let's
On a
talk about
priority
this.
list. On a priority
Yeah.
list. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
sure it's a
Yeah.
lie. It's weird.
So
It's
so what
let's
on
just
the
say it's weird.
priority
It's a weird
list?
thing.
Yeah, it is interesting. On and then yeah, when do we ever get to get gifts on somebody else's birthday, which is Jesus's birthday?
I
Yeah.
agree. It's a weird thing.
It is, and Say and Santa has the same letters, what we call an anagram, where you can move them around and make a different word, can
Yeah, I got
equate
it.
to yeah. So what on the priority list is like numero uno for us? Like, yeah, what on the
If
priority
you're gonna
list is
talk about
numero uno?
conspiracies, then I would have to have a whole list of conspiracies because like I'm
Okay,
sure there's
Charlie Kirk.
tons.
Charlie Kirk. Did Charlie Kirk is that story resonating with you? And I don't know how far you've gone into it and whatever, blah 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 blah.
But like
But
what would
like,
your conspiracy theory be? Like what?
um, yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's an awesome question. I think like because I've been listening to Candace Owens, for better or worse, whatever, is that like the gun that shot him would have basically blown off his neck. But then, of course, people, and so just start right there. And then some other people want to hide behind the Bible and say that, oh, it was a miracle and the saving grace by God that his whole neck just didn't get obliterated.
But he
And
still
Charlie,
died. Wow, wow.
yes,
That's
right, but
hilarious.
it matters like how he, yeah, yeah, true. Oh, interesting, yeah.
Like, wow, they didn't have to see such a massacre, but he still died. Like, that doesn't sound like that much of God, but like, okay. I mean, I know God controls everything, but like, I mean, my whole thing, I don't think
Besides
he's
us, like
actually
we're the
dead.
variable. You don't think Charlie's dead?
No.
What? How do
Yeah,
you
I
figure
really
that?
don't.
No way, yo, cuz did you see
I
the way
really
like it
don't.
happened? Like he like dude,
Yeah,
that was
I
no that's
saw.
that had to
I
be
really
that would have to
don't.
be Grammy level acting.
No, I
Or
really
Grammy or
don't.
whatever it
I
is.
think
Oscar.
that, like, I feel bad, like, talking about a dead person.
Wait, but
Because,
you just said he
like,
wasn't dead.
yeah, I know. I feel bad talking about a dead person. Well, he's dead. Like he could be dead. Like because I guess I can't really say if he's not. If I because the conspiracy that I believe is like I don't think he's dead, but
And how did you
that's
come
only
to
my
that? How did
thoughts.
you come to that
Because
conclusion?
like there's video footage of like where the bullet had come from, and the bullet had come from like down under, like looking like the table, and then I had seen that there were like these things on the ground, like these metal thing, like under you could go underground. So I was like, what if someone was like under him, shot him, make it look like a shot was coming, but because of like the angle and all these things, I'm really confused about that. I was like, I mean, when I was doing stunt work, like I saw some special effects. I know that could be really freaking good. I was like, that could have been fake. That could have been not real, like special effects, right? So someone shot something from underneath, bullet came from a weird angle because everyone's confused about that. And then there's like all this whole thing where like there was no blood, like there weren't blood on people, like it
Mhm.
wasn't like everywhere.
Yeah,
More
no
reason
blood
to think,
on the back curtain
more
either.
reason to think why it wasn't real and it was some special effects.
But and then so what would be the reasoning for him to fake his death?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know that part, but I feel like he's not. And then another thing, a reason why I think he's alive is because Erica Kirk said something about she was on an interview and she was like, just people have no idea how much footage we have of Charlie. We have hours and hours of footage that we never
She,
released to
yeah,
people.
yeah.
And so with her saying that, I'm like, they could just have him alive still and him making videos and recordings and they could put it out. So like to say like we have all these hours of footage of like no one's ever seen like that, I don't know. That was just a weird thing to mention.
Hmm. I saw one of your videos where you said like you think they're pushing Christianity. Is that still
Yeah,
how you feel?
Christian nationalism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. And I was right, and I feel like I nailed it on the head with the TikTok video about like, or my video about TikTok, not they shouldn't sell. And then here, like, I'm only getting bits and pieces because like I have a life to live. which is that obviously I don't need to say. Uh, they're selling it to Israel, and then to use as propaganda, basically like they're selling it to Israel, another foreign nation or whatever. And at first it was because they were afraid of China owning it. But like here's my whole thing behind that is like, why don't they get rid of porn? If they really want to help society and things like that. And then here's like another thing with the porn thing is that why is it okay to have sex for money on camera, but you're not allowed to have sex for money in person, unvideotaped?
We've talked about this before.
I don't know.
We've never talked, because I had those thoughts too.
Yeah, it's
Not
disgusting.
the second part. Not the second part. I never thought about that. But the first part, like, why do we have why do we have porn? Because then I was thinking like we should get rid of porn and we should get rid of strip clubs. Like if
Yeah,
they're
for
like,
sure.
my thoughts first on this was if this is becoming a Christian nation, there's a lot of people who are very much trying to push their beliefs on people, and that's usually with like the anti-abortion thing. But my thoughts were, I think as a whole society that uh porn and those things are harmful for all, and there's actually like no benefit of them. Like sure, lustful feelings and things like that, but like the mental, there's no good benefit from it. So if we got rid of it, Christian nationalism, like they could 100% agree and get a whole side of people who are agnostic or whatever to agree, because it's like it's not good for them either. You don't have to be a Christian to understand that like this is harmful and we should remove it. And like that's something that I think as a Christian nation, like they should push that because it's beneficial for all.
And so the other thing then is like you were talking about the strip clubs, which is like, why is it okay for somebody to get naked because I pay them money to get naked, but like you're just not allowed to be naked? That type of thing. Like it's okay to be naked under, yeah, I don't know, just like a blanket rule, I guess. And it mostly I feel
Well,
like
it's
is a preference and stuff, but
well,
and yeah,
it's
okay,
a
I guess
job
kids,
at that
I guess
point, I
people
guess.
under 18 aren't allowed to get into strip clubs and stuff like that, but it's like it's so crazy. Where am I living? Like, what is this?
I mean, I know because you have that like naked idea or whatever, but
I never thought I would be a nudist, but I mean, is that what nudists believe? Like, it's all right to just be nude whenever type of thing?
I think so.
Yeah, I think that's. I I remember
Like,
watching
what
that
would you
film like
do in
that.
the
It's like,
winter time?
I'm not saying it's wrong to wear clothes. I'm saying it's wrong for you to tell me to wear clothes if we're like sovereign people. And then another thing, well, do you have any thoughts on that? Because I have like another thought where they
I mean,
think
I
like
don't think
guns
it's
protect
wrong
us.
to wear clothes, but I guess, well, I mean, there's just rules and regulations, but continue.
Yeah, which is that people want to say like freedom's not free. Here's the guns on my little. I don't mean to be condescending. Here's guns on my freedom's not free stick bumper sticker. Yet some people think that the Second Amendment is there to protect our First Amendment, but these people have that ideal backwards, which is that it's our First Amendment that stops us from freaking going to the Second Amendment, which is shooting each other.
Mm,
Also, that your guns didn't protect us from the fact that there was a mandate to get a vaccine. So you got shot with the vaccine, you got shot with the shot, and your guns didn't have anything to help you with that. So people need to start speaking up and speaking their truth in some sort of peaceful way. And that's why I said the hack of questions come in, where you're not able to offend anybody if you ask the right questions, that type of thing to get this thing like going.
yeah, I kind of started thinking about something else, but like kind of
What's up? It's
similar.
everything's everything. What's up? What are you feeling?
So, like, with you saying, like, okay, so we live in a society that says you have to wear clothes,
Hmm.
but you don't want to be punished, so you wear clothes. Like, why do you wear clothes?
Yeah, so yeah, obviously, like because there's I yeah, well,
So you're not
really,
in trouble. So you're not arrested. Like what?
yeah, pretty much that, yeah.
So like
I guess I should just be put
you
in
have
jail anyway because
so you have free will though, and you're still doing it. So like
yeah,
in a sense, is that kind of fawning? Like you're in order to just survive the world that you live in.
uh-huh. Yeah, so I'm
Like
just in survival mode. Like what is this?
I guess well, I don't know. I think it's just a way to look at like some things that people do and why they do it. And like knowing that yeah, maybe that's not something that they actually want to do, but they're doing it in order to get through what they're going through. So
Mhm.
in order for you to just go to work, I would say you probably have to wear clothes, like to be out in public,
Mhm.
like in order to just do your day, to survive your day, to make it through
Mm.
your day, you are following something that you do not want. Like you don't want to wear clothes, but you're
That I don't
doing it.
agree with. I don't agree with the fact that you should be able to tell me what to do unless, like we were saying, like I impede on your, like I impede on you. Like if I force myself upon you or whatever, like you get what I'm saying? Like if I go along with my business or whatever, I mind my business and I'm not like impeding on what you want to do or forcing you to do something, then like
It should
go
be
for it
fine.
kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I because we have free will, I think yeah, we should be able to be free, right?
Yeah.
Like
Uh-huh.
but I feel like well, again, my reasoning why we have clothes, like being warm could prevent you from having STDs, and then also like maybe sexual abuse would be less if we're
Yeah,
clothed
yeah, like
and like
yeah, we don't want
things
like
like
people's
that.
butts like just sitting on like benches and they don't like clean
Yeah, so like
themselves. So yeah, there
with
is like
it,
practical use to it. Yeah.
yeah, so like that's where I like as much as I love free will and I can see where it's like we shouldn't have to wear clothes, but I feel like we wear clothes for safety. Like it's a
Gosh, this is
form of
such
protection.
like a scary like heightened like sense for me right now to be like speaking this
Thinking
way
about
and or even
clothes.
putting these words in this way. Like
I'm sorry.
no, it's not you.
Uh,
I'm just thinking like it doesn't matter what other people are like. I'm just gonna have to go about my. This is just like yeah, like I didn't
I
ask to
mean,
be
you're
here. And
not the
here's
only
what like
person who's a nudist or feels like nudists or like you're that
yeah,
thought's
like
not
I'm not
bad.
like I'm not saying yeah, and I'm saying it's like what you do when you're that way that is like really the thing that matters. Like I'm not going after somebody like that and stuff. And yeah, there's like people are doing yeah.
Yeah.
Now that I think about some eccentric people, I'm like no, I'm just trying to question everything, and maybe it's not on the top of the priority list, which is why like I was reading this one, Fight the Oligarchy or whatever, and like yeah, just seeing like people down and out and stuff like that, and how the distribution of wealth, and maybe that's like the first topic is like getting people health insurance and a shelter to have over themselves. So yes, I get like that's way down here because like do I want to be back in the Garden of Eden? Yeah. And like that's why I also don't want the religion to be like, oh, God's coming back one day to save us. And it's like, didn't Jesus already do that? And we should be saved. And like, let's say God does come back. Don't we want to have this place like kept up so that when God gets here, he's like, oh, you guys did a good job with this house. Like, yeah, welcome in. Like, what are we waiting for?
I don't think that's a community thing. I think it's a one-off. Like I think it's a you. Like you gotta make sure you're ready whenever he comes. Like it's you sure you want to get your friends ready, right? Like you want to be like be prepared, like but like it doesn't have to like it's not going to really change if he comes here and the earth is terrible or if the earth is good. Like because he's looking at us one on one on one on one on one.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, so like if you feel good, like you're ready, like that's awesome, that's good. But it's like if
Let's
the
go,
earth's like
baby.
a hot mess and a dump and whatever, like that's not gonna
Oh
change
no, but
what
what would you
you are.
we were talking about like having to get the mandate to get the shot, like dude, I feel like just such a, mm, I feel a type of way because you're saying we're complex and there's nuance
Did
and
you
like,
have to get it for work? Or
yeah,
did you did
yeah, or I didn't know
and
what
you
was gonna
didn't want to?
happen, and how was I gonna, and yeah, and then yep, was caring and thinking that other people's opinions of me made a difference when it doesn't. Like, oh, you're this or that, given
So in
like
order to
the
keep your
situation
job, you did something you didn't want to do.
didn't want to do, and
So
even had
that
other people
was
that
to
were
survive.
super close, like you were talking about with your circle, saying like, oh, Victor, you gotta get this, you gotta get this.
Mm.
Yeah. And I'm talking like people that are close. And it's like, yo, what are you all doing? So you just have to like push through and just do you. Like it's like
Yeah,
I
but
have to
if you
do
had a
me.
circle that said don't do it, you probably maybe wouldn't have done it
Yeah,
also.
I gotta step up the circle game.
Like if there could like most likely if you had a circle that was like with your thoughts, you would have probably like been like, okay, this isn't a crazy thought. Like this is more normal. Like maybe I shouldn't do it. But you were met with people who had the thought of the standard, like do
Mhm.
the shot, get the shot. So you were
Right.
like, this is the standard, this is the normal. They're probably right about it.
Yes, right. Yeah, pretty
So like
much the
when you're
influence.
looking at me and
Like you
my
have the
coaching,
ability to influence, yeah, but we can influence in the other way
yeah,
too.
yeah,
Yes.
for
It
sure.
works
But like
both
when you were
ways.
looking at like how my coach and I was like saying
Yep.
like, well, I went to his house. You're like, well, why did you go? I said it wasn't a hobby of mine. It was a career of mine. Is that? Do you understand now? I'm
Yeah.
trying to keep
Did
my
you ask
job.
anybody else if they went to his house? Did you like, were you like, huh, this is
Well, there
strange?
was a
Did you
lady
guys
there. She did private lessons there.
at his house?
Um, yeah, because we did them on the basketball court.
He had a
Like he
basketball
lived in an
court?
apartment complex. And then yeah, a few other people went there.
So
But
you weren't the only one
I
that
mean, one other
went to the
no, there's a girl who was abused before me, and she said, you know, if she said, I wish I would have said something to you because then it probably wouldn't have happened to you. I feel like that's all you need there. But I'm just saying, like, it sucks when people don't take what your career was serious enough. Like, you literally said, I got a shot. I didn't want to get a shot, but I did to keep my job. Is that not in somewhat of the same realm? Like, this
That's what I'm
boss of
saying.
mine,
Like we're getting
yeah. So,
bullied
like,
and we're getting
you
raped and we're getting molested. Like it's happening on a different in a different form.
yeah, there's all different forms, but like it just seems like people have a hard time understanding like, well, why would you go to a private lesson that was at his apartment complex when it's like I'm trying to keep my job?
Yeah, this is what I feel like for myself is like I must not have the faith, or yeah, I must not have the faith to put it all in God's hands because like I bent over to man. I took the knee to men and women or whatever, like people.
With getting a shot?
Yeah, because I could have been like, you know what? It's all in God's hands. I feel that I don't get this shot because it's the right thing to do. But instead, because it was the difficult path, I didn't take it and I took the easy path.
I don't think it's necessarily that you took an easy path, you took the path that was more of a
Of
standard.
least resistance. I could have been like, no, 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 no. But I didn't. I did what you did. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go over to the doctor's house and get
Yeah, and
this
I'm gonna
shot.
keep my job.
Yeah. So, like, dude, the system sucks, man. I like it says, like, hate the game, but love the player, hate the sin, but not the sinner. Like, I gotta, like, dive in or something because it's just not the way that I want to be living. This is the way I live. Stuff. Try to be funny, but yeah. And, like,
I did I don't know. I feel like it's not like that was a right or wrong though, getting the
dude, I
shot.
used to think like I was in the boat at the beginning, like, yeah, just wear a mask, like you're helping other people. But then, yeah, just like I don't think that was the right move either. Because then, like I told you, I think that I was like thinking that the evil was transforming itself because it's like wool over the eyes. I knew that saying, but then it became wool over the mouth. And I thought like that, like I think that's a metaphor for something else going on. Um, yeah.
Um So then do you not think that wearing a mask could have, like, helped the spread of it? Like, you think that was a complete, like, uh, con? Like, that wasn't
I don't
even
know. I
true?
don't know if it was a con or what, but it's just like a lot of things. I just, I mean, I guess even looking back, like there's one video where like they're showing like somebody smoking and then they breathe and they go, and all the smoke just comes right out of the mask. It wasn't even like
Well,
people
like,
had
I
like
think anyone who's
grade A
using their brain
masks.
is logically understanding that a mask is gonna be open here and open here. But, like, if you think about it, okay, so if I cough in my mask, 100% it will still come here and come here. But do you realize a lot will be caught here in the mask in the middle?
Yeah,
So,
sure.
like,
I mean, I guess so.
I will say it probably spread less because of a mask, but did it stop it? No. Did it 100% like keep it here? No. It was to lessen it. And I feel
Mm.
like I think that it did that. Like, for instance, it wasn't even COVID time. This was probably like last year when my family was in town. It was like all of them, mom, dad,
Yeah.
Amber, that I ended up getting sick. I had a cold and I felt so bad. I didn't want to get anyone sick. And I have so many masks left over. I was like, you know what? I'll wear one. I'll wear one and I'll just make sure I wash my hands. None of them got sick. None of
Cool.
them. And usually when you're in a house with people, like somebody's going to get sick, you know? But nope, none of them got sick. And I was like, I feel like it's because I was wearing, because I'm like coughing, I'm sneezing, I have a runny nose, but it's like majority of it's getting caught here, you know, and I'm washing
Mm.
my hands, I'm changing my mask. So like I think it helped in a way, but like did it prevent COVID? No.
Not so Katie got COVID and I didn't get it, even though she was like in the house and I was still like right close to her.
Hmm.
And then I get the shot and I get COVID. Like not long after getting both those shots. I don't know. I just think it's kind of, I don't know
That is
what's
weird.
there, but like,
No, that's weird.
and then the medical field has placebos, which is like 50% um success rate or something like that. Placebos work like 50% of the time or something. Um, and then I wonder how much of the psyche had to do with the fact that we were telling people like how bad it is and people were consuming that. And then maybe they could even bring on the disease themselves. Like we don't know everything. So I'm just like pondering a little bit out loud. And but then I also know that I was super sick with strep throat, like, and then I went and got a steroid shot or a penicillin shot, and like it worked wonders. Like I went, boom, I was good again. And so like keeping that in mind, and then but the other
That
thing
like
to put
that
in mind,
shot worked for you, like
yes,
you're saying, like, yeah.
yeah. So it's like obviously you can't just be like, oh, the medical field is evil or something like that. That's it's just what else is going on around us is what I'm wondering. And then the other thing is like the medical field has the Hippocratic oath, which it says do no harm, but that is like, dude, that's not helpful. Like somebody could just come in and leave the same way that they left, and you'd be like I just think it has to do with our mindset and rewiring it, and it starts with the language and our self-talk. Also, like if I wanted you to cross a rope, I want to be like, okay, don't look down, don't look over here. Like I would give you what to do. Like when does that make sense?
You're telling me what to do to keep me safe? Or
Well, just like I feel like the Hippocratic oath needs to be revisited and changed to be like help the patients versus do no harm. Like that's such like a like do no harm is like almost like saying
um,
like they could just yeah just go in
but
there
I guess that's like,
and if
okay,
you
so
don't
that's like
do
with the
anything.
mindset thing with the
Yes.
refrigerator. Like
Yeah.
you're
I need
looking at
to
it, but listen, listen, you're looking at it like that. Like
yes.
I didn't hear it that way.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Like
do
you're
no
looking at
harm.
like, oh my gosh, they're like saying, do no. I'm like in my head, I'm like, they're gonna be diligent and they're gonna make sure they don't hurt you. Like I feel like when you're looking at it as a like, dude, what the heck? Why is that even being mentioned like that? But I'm not seeing it or reading it or hearing it like that, if that makes sense.
Because yeah, the phrase should be like a proactive phase, like benefit the patient.
But when I hear do no harm, that's like how I'm understanding it.
Yeah, but it would be like me saying don't die. Like that's not, you're supposed to be like live to the fullest.
But
How
it's
am I,
my perception of that. Like I still am understanding don't be dead, like be alive. But it's like how am I retaining like the dripping fridge, right? Like someone could be like, dude, this fucking sucks. And you're like, hey man, what was you saying that you had with it?
because I'm saying though, like if
I'm
you
gonna
were
keep
crossing
dripping or something.
the
I'm gonna keep
yes,
running.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know
I'm
what
gonna
it
keep
was.
dripping. As long as I keep dripping, like I'm gonna make it through.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like we're doing
Yeah.
drops in the bucket right now, but it's going to add up. Like, even though
Because
it
you
didn't
made it
work
a
that
good
first time,
situation.
for you to say don't say the N-word to this person that put their hand in, like you'll eventually
I
get to
kept
a point.
dripping.
Yeah,
I
yes.
did keep
And you
dripping.
made a
And it
difference.
eventually worked. Yeah. But the
Yes.
thing is, like, with you looking at the situation of do no harm, you're like, dang, they should rephrase that and make it a little softer, better. But I'm like, to me, I'm not hearing it as it's like do no harm, like hurting. Like I'm
No,
literally
I
already
got it.
hearing
I
it
thought
as
that
they're
way too.
rephrased.
Yeah, it needs to be a rephase, a winning mentality. Like, it's like, oh, do you hate losing more? Or do you love winning more? Or whatever. It's like, that's
And
just
guess
one
what? The
thing.
glass half
Yeah,
full, glass half empty. It's like, yeah, how are
yeah,
you
right.
hearing it?
No, wait, okay, I
Yeah,
got it.
I'm
Right.
not.
To cross like a tightrope over the Grand Canyon, I'm not going to tell you what not to do. There's a billion, trillion, infinite things to not do, but there's like
I'm gonna
one
tell you
thing
what
to do
to
to
do.
cross. Yes, focus on the rope. Oh my god, like yeah, that. And it's like the other thing is
Like, yeah,
yes,
you
yes,
wouldn't
like
tell
that.
someone don't look down.
Yeah, no,
But
you
like
don't say that,
realistically,
because then
I'm
they
not
will look
gonna.
down.
Yeah, but like realistically, I already know that. Like somebody telling me that, like, let's be real, dude. I'm on a tightrope
Okay, okay,
walking
okay, okay,
across
okay.
this
Wait, 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 wait,
thing.
wait, 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 wait. For me to say like, yo, Soph, what do you think about this? And you say, I don't think this. You didn't tell me what you thought. You told me what you didn't think. And that could be a billion other things or an infinite amount of other things.
What
I
do
need
you
you to
think
tell me
about
what you think.
this?
Yeah. And you say,
What? Okay.
I don't think it's that way. But I didn't ask you to tell me what you don't think. I'm asking you to
Yeah,
tell me
you
what
told
you
me what
do
I
think.
was
Yeah,
thinking.
I'm not telling
Yeah,
you
well,
how
how is
not to
that
make a
whole
light
thing?
bulb. I want
Yeah,
you to
but
tell me how to make a light
how is
bulb.
that whole thing phrased though? Because it's like what like I don't even know what the whole rest of the things around it are.
What, the
Like
Hippocratic
all
Oath?
your
Or what?
yeah,
It
like
just says
just do
do
no
no
harm.
harm. Yeah, do no harm. So they could come in and leave just the same way, and you'd be like, did my job.
That's literally all it says.
Yes, go ahead, look it up.
3 words.
Whatever. Yeah, do no harm. The Hippocratic Oath. Yes.
It just says okay, it says
What's up?
first, do no harm is a popular modern interpretation, not a direct quote from the original oath. Today, modern versions are recited by many medical students, and the oath continues to serve. So that's not even like the do no harm is kind of just like the modern interpretation. It's not actually like, so pretty much people have shortened it and just made it.
Yeah,
So, like, if we actually
they
look at what it
boiled
is,
it
it's
down.
probably not
Exactly.
that.
But they didn't boil it down to benefit the patient, care for a patient, provide for a patient, help.
But what if
Pa-
that's what it actually says?
but
So then we're just
you're
mad
not
at
gonna.
people just making the short of it and saying the short of it.
I
You
mean,
know what I'm saying?
yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not mad at the person. I'm mad at the phrase, but yes, 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 yes,
But I
yes,
feel like
yes.
that is like such a like go to the
A
source,
nuanced
right?
thing.
But no, go to the source. Like rather you be like, "Hey man, they said do no harm." It's like, "Well, go to the source and what does the source actually say?" And we don't know cuz we don't know. But the source might say something that you're actually like, "Hey, why did people switch it into saying do no harm?" And maybe that's just because that's the short version, because there's so many things to do that there was. What if it's that? There's so many things they say to do that they were rather like, let's just tell them what not to do because that list is shorter. So do no harm.
Yeah, but it's a little weird that like everybody landed on that do no harm.
I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm just for people to boil it down like that. I mean, that'd be a lot of people to like, yeah. For that
But
phrase,
do
the
harm.
catch on is telling.
Yeah, do harm.
Yeah, do no harm. Yeah, do no harm.
But do harm. Because we live in a backwards society.
This is like upside down world.
No, I'm not kidding. The world is freaking like it. Everything I feel like not everything. I can't say everything. A lot of things I feel like are backwards. Like
Hmm. Ooh, to
they don't
spell.
actually go how they should.
Yeah, you got to move forward. Like, yeah, for sure. Because to live
Well,
backwards is evil.
I guess cuz it's like I guess there's just like a lot
Literally.
of contradiction like to what like things aren't actually as they are. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like I guess
Things
yeah
are
what
not
you're
as they
saying,
seem.
but it's like God, I used to think of so many of these things. I can't even think of one when I need one. Um,
No, there are contradictions. Like, he'll be like, Trump will say, Joe Biden was the worst president in the history. He was incompetent. He's the one that sicked the FBI, or he's the one that sicked the January 6th incident on me. There was FBI agents in the crowd. Joe Biden did that. So he's either competent or he's not. Pick a side.
ooh, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's definitely like he
Do,
doesn't know
do,
what the
do,
freak
do.
he's talking about for sure, for sure.
Yeah,
But
and then there's other people on here that'd be like, "Ugh, gross, gross."
like,
Dude,
okay,
there's
for instance, uh, like there's a huge thing about like protecting the children. Like we live in a society where like that's a huge
but
thing where
then
people are
you
like, but we
pedophiles.
voted in a or we voted in this person who is,
Is friends with
but
the
yes,
pedophile. Yeah, wouldn't
exactly.
you want
That's
to
where I'm
know?
like,
Like,
that's
does it take?
backwards.
Yeah,
Like,
does it take
oh,
like a
protect the
genius to know
children.
that this person
Yeah,
is probably a part of this in the same
that's,
class as as far as financials,
and then you
and
look at all
and then
his
he says
circle of
he didn't.
friends.
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, but I didn't write that birthday card to Jeffrey Epstein." But anytime he describes something, he'll be like, "Oh, it's gonna be beautiful." So he even does the
There's a
outline of the
body.
woman. Yes, like that's a
Yeah.
Sigmund Freud slippage.
Yeah, slip. Yeah, Freudian slip.
Oh my
Yeah, that's what.
goodness.
Yeah, that's where I'm like, it's like I feel like this world is so backwards because it's like we'll preach this one. I guess it's hypocrisy. Yeah, it's like we'll say this one thing, but like really,
Well,
we're
do
like,
the other,
yes, like there's
dude.
so many of them, and I'm like, this doesn't
And
even
then
make
yeah,
sense.
but then that's when I like ask myself, did I do something bad to be here? But yeah, like
No,
yeah, the only thing I can
I
say
don't
is
think
like
so.
yeah. It's just like both has to exist, but like we don't have to have the dark be take up this much space.
Take up this much space.
And it's like, yeah, you know the light's more powerful too, like even in when it's darkest and stuff, like all you notice are the stars and stuff. You're not like, oh my gosh, look at all that dark. No, you focus on the light and stuff. And then like I'm all about definitions and stuff. So to be a shining example is to be a star. And then like if you want to be a star, follow the stars. So maybe read the stars, like things like that, like astrology and stuff. Like maybe and then people say, oh,
Mm,
it's written in the sand, or it's written
star.
here, it's written there.
Oh, I
I'm
thought it
like,
was
yo,
written in the stars, right?
yeah, or something like that. But like, for me, like when I look at these words, I'm like, it's written in the words. Like, look at some of these things and some of these patterns, because I'll be studying, and yeah, I
Yeah, I
just
know
see it
you
now.
like all of that.
Yeah, I
But
love
then
it.
like what about
But I can
different
step back and just
languages?
what's up?
But like say we were raised in Mexico, we speak Spanish. Like
Yeah,
you wouldn't have
tomato,
found all
tomato,
those,
tomato,
but
tomato.
the words wouldn't have been the same. Like I don't know what they call Santa in Spanish or
Right.
Diablo, like right? Like
Yeah.
devil or
Yes.
like the like that's
No,
what
but
I'm
there's
saying.
different messages. What's up? And loops. Can you hear me?
Different messages, what?
But there's different messages within like the different languages. Like there's patterns that I think God has given to us through the language for one. And like each different culture has like certain messages that God gave to it. And because like yo, me too, that still has to do with the ideal is the same. The ideal is still the light bulb.
It has the same. Okay, so my friend, this relates. My friend is talking to a guy who's French. His first language is French, but he knows English.
Mm-hmm.
She asked him, she was like, I had a Sophia question for him. I asked him, what language does he dream in? He didn't
Oh,
know.
because
He
like
didn't know
it's
because
like oh,
it just makes sense. Like he just knows there's speaking. So he doesn't know if it's English or if it's French. He just knows there's like communication and it
yeah,
makes
that's
sense.
the language. That's the
So
real language.
so with that, it's like, okay, well, I understand like word words we understand, even though we're in different languages, we all have the similar meanings. Like we can get a point
Yes.
across, whether it's in Spanish or whatever, whatever. But like when you do break down these words and you
Uh-huh.
find like these little,
Yeah,
uh,
tidbits,
yeah,
little nuggets, little breadcrumbs.
it's like, well, you wouldn't be able to do that in all the languages. So it's like English, like the mainland, like is like, you know,
No, I think, what do you mean by you wouldn't be able to do it? Like, I think like if you studied the Spanish language, like you'd be able to find these little things that correlate and like connect.
well, we should try then. Because I
Cause like
feel like
assume you, yeah, ask him like in French is assume like makes a ass out of you and me. Cause like we are one, that kind of
well, I
thing.
guess you're saying like that's in meaning though, but like not in like because if the word assume, let's say the word assume in French is like I don't even know French,
No,
so
no,
this
yeah,
is
yeah, 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 yeah. Because does it have the names like I, you, me within the word assume that in their language type of thing?
yeah, like that's where I'm saying like if for some reason in all the languages you could find these same patterns, then yeah, I would think that these things all 100% really mean something on a
Yeah,
deeper
they
level. But
do.
but if they're not like that in all of the languages, then I would say like these are just like yes, they matter, but I don't think they're necessarily like the deepest of the deep.
Mhm. No, yeah, I agree because we're only scratching the surface, literally and figuratively. And then number two is that we have to read in between the lines. And I haven't that like that must mean just like feeling in general, because you can't put a word to every feeling, but every feeling is a word type of thing. That's why we cry and we laugh because we're not robots and just be like, oh, that's funny or whatever. You know what I mean? Because we don't have the words to express how funny that is that we just belt. You know what I'm saying?
That we have words to describe how we feel, but we don't always have feeling what?
Every word is a feeling because it all stems from feeling. Like when we dropped here, we didn't have words. If we're going with that, we invented these with that mindset. And because we would only have instinct, senses, feelings, emotion. And we had to turn that into words. You know what I mean? Because if you could say how sad you were, you wouldn't need to cry.
I don't know if I agree.
Oh,
I really don't.
you
Because
know
like
how?
think about when you cry from happiness.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm cry like just because someone cries doesn't mean it's sad. It
No,
could
for
be
sure.
happy like
Yes, yes. I'm saying like the emotions that come out of us cannot be described with words. Like the
oh,
phrase
they're
that,
inexpressible,
yeah,
so therefore they're outward actions.
yeah, sure. I get, I hear what you're saying. I get it.
Like you can't describe it, so it
Yeah,
comes out in emotion.
yeah.
Like uh
Visceral.
yeah.
And then like that's how you know, yeah. What do you think you're pondering over there?
Well, I'm thinking if that would be like for all the feelings I've had. Like,
Yeah, because you can't. Yeah, like that's why you cry. You gotta like let it out. You can't even put a word. You do if you can come to terms with it, then that'll be super duper huge. Yeah, like even saying something's indescribable makes it describable. Hopefully, I didn't just eat the other argument that I had, but yeah, no, that still works because even if it's undescribable and it can be described that way, like you still need those visceral responses
so
to
then
really
what
get the
other
point across.
feelings
Well, that's what I'm
don't
saying.
have a
That's what I'm saying
word?
though.
Like,
Yeah, we can't. I couldn't even describe it to you.
so like when I express like my sexual abuse and like there's things you don't understand and I'm like I was just so shocked. Like there's probably some other word,
Yeah,
but that's like the
100%.
only word that I can use
Yes, that gets
and you don't
close to.
understand it because you didn't experience it. But it's like
Uh-huh. Yeah.
because I feel
I
like I
can
was
only
at loss of
imagine.
words, right? Because
Yes,
I feel like
yes.
I was like remember I did that like
Yes,
I couldn't
yes,
even
yes.
explain it, but like
Yes.
I felt it, I
Right.
experienced it.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. I agree. Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, there's definitely feelings that aren't,
And not words.
yeah, some feelings aren't able to be expressed through words.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
And so it's really reading in between the lines then that's like the most beneficial to anyone. Like if you can get in touch with that, like you're right up on the
I
source.
think that can be dangerous sometimes. I'm not even kidding. I just experienced that with a friend and it was wild.
What's happening? You don't have to name names.
So with this friend, they they met somebody and
It's good.
they
No,
just
right.
really fell for him, really liked them a lot,
Ooh,
wanted to hang out with them all the time.
thanks.
Then the person got kind of offended when they asked, "Hey, do you want to hang out?" And they just said, "My plans this weekend are kind of blurry." And they took that as this person's already talking to somebody else. Like that's really what this means. Like it was like
That's
reading in between.
insecurity.
Well, to them, it
And they're
was like,
calling them a
I
liar
know,
though.
but well, I mean, people can lie, right? Like,
Yeah.
but it was like this massive reading between whatever blurry. My weekends are blurry. Like they took that as like
No,
not
no,
like
no,
I
no,
interpreted
no.
it as like they just aren't really sure yet.
No.
But
I'm
like this
saying I'm
person
saying reading
was like
between the
really
lines
reading
is
into
reading
it.
your instincts. No, they're telling you what they're doing or that their plans are in flux. Like they're telling you that you don't have to read in between the lines. They're telling you what the lines are. That
But
their
this
plans are in flux.
and that's how I took it. But for this person, because we're all different people, we understand things differently, right? This person did not see it that way. They said this person's really saying that they're trying to hang out with another girl, that they're trying to like like did a whole narrative. And so for me, I'm like, I don't think that's what this person's saying. Like, I'm trying to reassure this person and say, hey, I think they're really just not exactly sure yet.
You have
And
to take
like,
somebody at their word until like you can't kind of thing.
and that's what I was also saying. But that's where I'm just saying, like, some people really look into a lot of things when there's not much to look into. And I think that can be dangerous.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get what you're saying. So for me, yeah, for me that's like I would take that person at their word. Like that's not what I'm talking about with reading in between the lines. I'm saying like reading in between the lines is reading your instincts.
Well, her instincts were telling her this. Like she's like, Sophia, this is how I feel. Like I've felt this before. And I told her, I was like, I can't tell you your feelings are wrong, but just
Yeah,
know that
right.
I wouldn't take it this
Like I
way.
get you're feeling that way, however, those feelings are probably inaccurate.
Yeah, like she was
Not that
very
they're not
strong.
true and real,
Yeah, she
but they're
was very like,
inaccurate.
no, this is how, like, I feel something about this. Like, she kept telling, like, intuition. And so I couldn't deny that this is her feeling of it, intuition of being right on that. But she ended up being wrong and they ended up hanging out. But I was on the phone for like 6+ hours trying to reassure this person because they started to spiral. And so, like, that's where I'm just like, For
I
me,
wouldn't
I'm
say that's
very,
reading in between the lines.
well, what is that?
I
Isn't
would
that like,
say that's reading the lines and coming up with a different interpretation than what the lines are like saying to you.
well, I mean, I'm pretty sure I even heard her phrase it like, I can read between the lines. Like, I know what this means.
Yeah.
Like, so,
But
like,
she's
I
reading in
think I
between the
agree.
lines wrong. Like she's reading the phrase in between the lines is wrong.
Or my weekend plans are blurry. Like, but like, but like, the thing is, like, I think anyone can read between any lines and come up with something. That doesn't always make it like what it actually is, because
Yeah,
sometimes people are
because
just real. Like, hey, my plans are kind of
yeah,
blurry this week. But there's
dude,
there's probably people
his
who might
grandma
say
could have
that.
died or something like.
Well, there's things like someone could use that and actually be like hooking up with another girl or what, you know what I mean? But
Mhm.
it's more, it's like knowing, are they trustworthy, like have they done
Yeah,
this before, and he was
yeah,
trustworthy, he never
yeah.
done them, like, so I
Okay.
tried to reassure her with this information.
Uh-huh.
So it's
Yeah.
like, I think sometimes, yeah, people can definitely read between the lines when like there's
That's
nothing in
called
between,
I think that
or
is
read
also
between the
called like
words.
yeah, I think that's also like overthinking, which is like
Yes, that, yeah,
and but that yeah, so I think I even have a definition for that, which is like thinking about thoughts instead of thinking about your feelings. Because your first gut reaction is what you go with as soon as you interpret it. I read
yeah.
this question, oh, it's A. All right, wait, is it A? Like, what does A mean like that? Like, you don't want to do that. It's just
Yeah,
one step, then two steps, and
because
boom.
I said that to her. I was like, when this happens, more so thinking about what he was thinking, I said, well, read it and tell, what does it make you feel? Like, when you read that, what's it make you feel? And I
Hmm.
said, maybe sit with that, like that feeling that's inside of you, because we can't control him. We don't really know. Like, he's separate. So, like, if you can work on the feeling, because feelings give you, what did I say? Feelings help you
Get
know.
to the no.
Feelings help you know. So if you look at the feeling that you're feeling, it'll help you know why you're doing what you're doing. Feelings are so helpful when you
Hmm.
process. And so, like, with me in a situation where I'm never processing, and I got to a point where I started to process because I felt, oh, that's what it happens. It's when you feel safe. It's when I moved in with my brother. And I was with Amber and I had finally talked to her, and she was a safe person to talk to. And then that was like my trigger. That was my safe space, safe person to talk to. And that's when my ball started rolling. So when I was safe, I could process. And
Hmm.
so, yeah, when you ain't processing feelings or nothing, like,
Yeah, when
it's,
you're not processing feelings, yeah, it festers,
it's dangerous.
simmers. When is your brother and Amber coming in town, right? For Thanksgiving and stuff? No,
No,
they're not. Oh,
just my mom and dad.
that's cool.
Yeah,
What
so
time is it?
11:27 for me.
It's
I know it's late for
127.
you.
It's 127. That's
So
awesome.
don't overthink, but like, definitely don't be opposed to looking at something from like a
Ooh,
bit of a
it's
different
like
view.
don't think about your thoughts, think about your feelings.
Hmm.
And for me, I'm ignoring my feelings right now because I'm drinking coffee and I'm like, I'm not tired. Oh goodness, I gotta get off the coffee cause
Oh my god, stop.
yo, the reboot, yo, is so necessary. The sleep is so necessary. I've been having good dreams, like crazy dreams. I don't know what they mean, but I'm trying. I want to make a
Do you
dream
write
journal.
them
So
down?
sometimes,
Oh yeah, you should. Because there's a
sometimes.
dream, not that I know that it's even that accurate, but there's a dream Bible on, like,
Journaling.
type in dream Bible, and they'll,
Yeah,
like, if you're like,
yeah,
oh, I dreamt of snakes, and then you click on it and it will like
yeah.
tell you,
Or
because
losing
like,
your teeth is one, or people just nonstop falling is one.
mm-hmm, and it's like really interesting. A
Ooh, it's
lot of
like your
my dreams have
feelings
been
in
like accurate.
pictures.
Huh?
It's like your feelings in pictures, in picture mode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy, cuz yo. I'm excited. I do want to, yeah, I want to become lucid in my dream. Have you ever had a lucid dream?
Mhm.
Oh, yo, I had a
No.
lucid dream where like somebody had broken into the house and I was running away. And I was like, no, I'm turning on this thing. I start chasing it. I'm like, I'm taking you down, boy. And it was just like this shadow thing. What's up?
So in your dream, you weren't a
Uh-huh.
runner, you were more so of a fighter. But in
Yeah.
your real life you're like, no, take me,
Yeah, but
kill
this
me.
is how I fight. I want to fight with love. I don't want
But
to
that's
do
like,
this.
don't you think that's kind of telling to like have a dream where you like you run but you turn back and you're like, I'm gonna take you down
Yeah.
versus like who you are as like living now awake and you're like, I wouldn't do that. Like I'm more so of like I'm gonna talk you down or kill me kind of guy. Don't you think that's kind of interesting?
Yeah, it is. It's a different period of time. That was, one dream at a certain point, and then this is another. And like, yeah, I mean, yeah, no. I don't want to like give people the idea of like come in my
Like,
house because
what if
Victor's
that's
not
your
gonna
alter
do nothing.
ego? Like, really, deep down inside of you, you're like, nah, brother, I'm a.
What Jason you or whatever, like
Yeah.
duh, duh,
Because I
duh,
had a
duh.
dream recently that this is kind of weird. I had a dream recently that somebody was picking on my friend and they wouldn't leave him alone. And my friend was more like passive, like, please stop. Just like still being kind, telling them, don't
I have
touch
too
me.
much.
They were like pushing them away, like still being like gentle, but not like harmful, if that makes sense.
Mm.
Like stop. Like, and so like this person wouldn't leave him alone, and I just freaking knocked him out, and I just was like, and I was like, that's why you leave my friend alone. And then we walked away.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I did
Like I
have
went
one.
mad.
I did have
Like
one dream
blood
too,
everywhere.
where
Like when I
we're
punched him in the face, like just yeah.
we were in I was in grandpa and grandma's house, and then somebody like turned on, this is a dream, and then had like got in Katie's face, and I did the whole protecting thing, and then they pulled out a gun and they were trying to threaten me with it, and I was just like, all right, go ahead. And then I called their bluff essentially, and then they left the house, and then the cops came and whatever, and I showed them where he was at. And
Dude, that's
then
crazy.
maybe I'm BSing on you. Maybe I would just go crazy. But
Well, the thing is, you don't really know because it's
I
not
know that's what I'm
like,
saying. Like, I don't want people coming in my house. Obviously, that's not what I want.
yeah, like I
I'm
don't
not
know if I
BSing.
beat someone to a pulp if they kept picking on my friend.
Now, here's like another dream that was reoccurring for me when I was real young, which is that I was in the Arabian desert and a whole army with like the swords and stuff, like Mummy Returns type stuff, were coming after me. And I just decided to like, I turned around and I was just like, I love my mom. I love my mom. And then they all dissipated. Like, what does that mean? That love conquers all? Is that's kind of what the only thing
It
I'm
could be.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I want to do. Like, guys,
I
like
love
every
my
like
mom. I love
yo,
my
it's all good.
mom.
Yeah.
I love my
And you know
mom. I
what?
love
Yeah.
my mom.
This was during those times like that were,
Yeah.
yeah. So I don't know what that
Well, then
means.
I think that could even
What it,
have like even more significant type of something meaning,
yeah. What does it
like
mean?
saying that was like a protection of her or something, like because like deep down I feel like you are a protector, and I know that you want to do it with love and you want to still be kind and not harmful, but I
Mm-hmm.
feel like your love for your people runs so deep that I feel like if it really came down to trying to protect them, something would turn on in you. No, like I and obviously we don't know 100% sure whatever,
Yeah.
but like
Yeah.
that's like what I sense from you because I know, like I know you're a lover, and like if you someone would hurt your people, like that would hurt you.
Yeah. It would. Yeah. I think. Yeah. I think. Yeah. I think we're
That's
all
why I beat
good.
them to
Like
a
it's.
pulp because when someone's hurting my people, like that does bother me.
Mm, mm. want us to all get along.
I agree. I wish the same. I would love the same for that.
There's gotta be a
But
way. There
I
should
think
be a way.
a lot of people, it's just like the whole they take it out on someone else. Why? Because a lot of unprocessed emotions.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I'm not sure why they hadn't processed them, but I think that's when it really does become a problem, is when your unprocessed emotions have become harmful for somebody else.
Gotta deal with your emotions, people. Got to. It's like
100 billion%. 100
yeah,
billion%.
it's the closest way to get to the source too. Like for you, it's God or Jesus. God. I want to say God. For me, it's God too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's the closest way I know how to get to God.
Yeah.
Any closing thoughts or pressing matters? I could go on forever, honestly, because I really could, but I feel like I gotta cut it out. We've been going for 4 hours and 17 minutes, yo. I
Yeah,
really could. I could
well,
talk. I could filibuster, like whatever it takes
I
to
know
get
you
this out.
could
Like
filibuster. I already know that because of when we were literally probably in elementary school, and that stupid book that you
I still
freaking.
want that book, yo, because
I
that was
don't
the
know
book
where
about
that
the
book's
Bible
at.
too. I'm pretty
I don't know
sure.
where that book's at.
That was one of the most savage books, like no, not savage, but just greatest books ever. One of the greatest books ever. I don't even know if I have like super duper vivid memories of it, like what it was. Like I remember maybe I think it was like the Bible, like a kid version of the Bible.
It was a thicker book with a hard cover, and
Yes.
I just know that it was like, I feel like it might have had white and light blue or something, but yeah.
What like was inside?
I have no idea what it was. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But there was a very long conversation.
Dude, we went into the night with that. Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, like if you're about to break through to something, whoever is listening, like it is true that it gets darkest before the dawn. So just know that you're right there on the precipice then, and just keep going. My next question, I guess, for next time is like, what do you want out of life? Cause like, what are your dreams and aspirations?
I'll answer it now. I don't have any. Oh, I got one today actually. It was to live to at least 90 so I can get a free buffet at Ponderosa.
Ponderosa? Is that do you have one near you?
No, but my granny's like 93 or something, and my dad was like, "This is hilarious." My dad's like, "The funny thing is, I took her out for her birthday. I didn't have to pay for a meal because she got it for free."
I know where we're going every time I take Granny out. Yo, yeah. Fred Reyes, boy. Fred is on. He's looking at us.
Dang. Dude, yeah. So I just want to turn 90 and go to eat a buffet for free.
What's
up? That's it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, could go forever. Gotta get up in the morning, get to the job, and yeah, just everybody know. Should I have like a Ellen DeGeneres sign off? Like, all right, be kind, everyone. No. Just know that you're unique and nobody else is like you. And so even if you heard like somebody else say the message, like you still say it and it's still unique and it's still coming from a different source and it amplifies and all that. So like, yeah, you matter, like you're in need and stuff. I don't know. I want to keep going. I want to keep going, but it's like, oh, I better go get my head on that pillow.
Are you actually tired?
I like tug of war. No, I'm not, but I could.
Oh, you're not even tired.
No, I could. I'm like, do I just stay up? Do I just stay up till work?
Well, I just know like if I'm not actually tired and I go to lay in bed and I'm not gonna fall asleep, like there's no point for me to get in bed until I'm like feeling tired.
I'm such a good sleeper though, and if I stay on here with you, like I'm not gonna get tired too. Is the other thing.
Oh, then you'll be able to fall asleep. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm such a good sleeper.
Fred Reyes. Let's see if I can bring him on the video. Ask Fred to join your video. Should I? Your audience is set to public. So
He's
can
probably
you
working. Well, no,
bring
I
me?
don't know.
That's crazy.
He missed it all.
Nah, I'm gonna put it on YouTube too.
Yeah, if he'll listen for 17 hours.
4 hours, 4 hours. Had a bunch of different people tune in the Caleb Weimer. And yeah, yeah. Well, I'm glad you said I wasn't dogging you because Tracy was like, no one was like, you're dogging her.
Oh, I didn't think you're dogging me. I think
Yeah,
I'm just
thank you.
used to the common
Yeah.
questions of people who don't have the full understanding of it yet. Cause like,
Oh yeah, I already know I don't know. So let's just go ahead and
yeah,
get that out of the way. I don't mind admitting
you
that.
don't know anything. You don't know.
Yeah, exactly. But with that being said, like that, yeah, that's the absolute part of it. And then the relative part of it is I know something. And so like I can always keep getting closer, but I want to stay humble. So I want to always remind myself of that piece. Because there was at one point where I thought that knowing that I don't know was like it. I was like, oh my gosh, I know. And then that's when I started like going down the rabbit hole, super like
So
spiraling.
you thought that not knowing meant
Yeah.
like that was a big deal?
Yes. It is a big deal. It's a huge
So
deal.
then did you come from a place of thinking you knew everything?
I think I started to conflate it.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Like I thought I was the teacher. And but then I realized like,
Interesting.
yeah, because now I know that now that I know I'm a student teacher. Student first. So I thought I
Wow.
was a teacher student.
Knowing people's brains and how they work is so interesting because like when I hear some people talk and they're like, yeah, I look at adults and I'm like, I thought they knew everything, and it's like I never
Dude,
even thought that.
I
I
did think that.
never looked at I
I
never
was
looked
like,
at
once I'm
adults
21 or 20, I'm like, dude, they have it all figured out. I'm gonna rule this place.
that's like another thing. It's like I feel like it's not that I thought the world was only me, but I didn't like think
Oh my
into
gosh, they
like
have a thing for that. They have a thing for that. It's we're both in a room and I leave a pencil on the desk and then I leave the room and then you move the pencil and you think like I know where the pencil is, but I don't. I'll send you it too. It has to do with it happens around age 4 or something. Like kids start to recognize that like just because they know something, that doesn't mean like somebody else knows something. That's something.
wait, but it wasn't that I thought
Yeah, tell
I
me what is
knew.
it? That you weren't the only person in the world. It wasn't just me, but
How do like I it's I feel like I okay, like
oh,
you
it's
know how
called theory of mind.
I'll look into it or you send me what it is or whatever, I'll look at that. But like
Oh,
it wasn't that I thought
Sally Ann test.
like I feel like I didn't look into things. Like I
You didn't
wouldn't
question everything.
pretty much yeah. Like I didn't need whys. That's
Uh-huh.
what I realized. Like going through all my trauma and stuff, I realized
Yeah.
I didn't need whys that much. And the only reason I would really ask why was to get the understanding. So, like, if I don't need to understand and someone just tells me what to do, like, okay, make sure you brush your teeth in the morning. Like, if I don't ask why, then sure, I won't know why to clean my teeth. But say I've never had cavities or my teeth have never hurt. So I'm not going to ask why, I just do it.
Hmm.
But say I've, God, that's not good. Like, okay, so for fighting, there'd be certain moves that for some reason, when I told my coach, I was like, can you tell me why I have to do it? Because then if you tell me why I have to do it, like I'll know when to do it. He was like, I'm just teaching the move, just do it. And I'm like, but telling me just to do it isn't like helping me
Yeah.
understand it.
Yeah. No, I get it.
So I like
Like,
needed
it's
the
like,
why.
yeah, you want the logic,
perform it.
not the order. Like, he's telling you to do this order, but he's not explaining the logic behind it.
Yeah, so I'd never really know when
The
to
logic.
do it. So
Yeah.
like in life, there's a lot of things that I would just do because I never needed the reason why.
Mhm.
So I was doing a lot of things, and then a lot of
Why
things
is
got
such a tricky thing to question
like
why?
a lot of things got crazy in my life, and then that's when I was like, this makes sense if I knew the why.
Mhm. Yeah, the fork in the road type of thing.
Yeah, so
And
that, like I feel like my thoughts weren't deep. Like like so thinking of like adults know everything. Like I'm not even thinking of them knowing everything. Like my thoughts were like very surface level.
because I was
They
introduced to trauma though so early, I think this is also
no, but
the why.
this is so accurate. Like that's why I'm saying like things that people like. I'm sorry that happened to you. I really am.
No, it's
But like,
great. It's all good.
but it's like,
I didn't break.
but it's like that's the thing. Like I didn't understand a lot of things because I didn't have the trauma from a young age to know, like, okay, so there's this, okay, just for instance, like, okay, so when really bad things happened to me, when I told girls, they were like, well, what did you expect? All men are like that. Okay, right, right. So that's the all or nothing. And we don't get that mindset because again it comes from either disordered thinking or trauma, the all or nothing. So my mindset, I didn't have, just listen, I didn't have men in my life that were predator, abusive, mean, cussing at me, none of that stuff. So when they said like, what did you expect, all men are like that, that's how men are, I didn't agree because I didn't come from a place of having to live. Because when we do the black and white, we're putting it in a situation where it's not complex. So it's safe to say all men are like this versus all men aren't like this. Like,
But
because I knew
this
there's,
is
I
what I'm
know there's
saying though.
nuance. Like, I know there's like,
Yeah. I don't know if
so
this is gonna still go with us, but this is what's coming to me is that even though there are an all or nothing, that's what creates the sum. Like that's what creates the nuances, you might say, but it's still like rooted in objectivity. I don't know. Does that make sense?
well, I mean, all men aren't like
Right.
evil.
Some men do act that way
Yeah.
sometimes. Like nobody's all the way all the time.
No,
Because
but like,
that would mean that you're perfect, essentially.
but I mean, black and white thinking is saying like is like having the agreement of like all men are abusive, like all men cuss and put hands on you, and that like because again, like I said, like that was a thing, like all men are like that. What and so my expectation of man wasn't that, but I know it's possible. But it was like so a lot of women have been harmed by men to already go to this protective mode of like I don't do these certain things because I know that men can be like this. So like if I was harmed by men young, I think
Mhm.
my things I would have done would have been different because I wouldn't have put myself in situations where a man could have harmed me because I'm like, well, all men are like that. Like they're always going to do that or they you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So like my own first thoughts of men are different than somebody who's been harmed by men and like they have this protective mode of like I'm cautious of you because I know men are like that. Like I didn't like I would never think that my coach would have ever been the way that he was.
Mhm. Yeah, I think that we can't put anything past anybody. Like we can put nothing past anyone.
Yeah, but I'm just saying like the whole trauma thing. Like I wouldn't have come to this understanding fully that like because I don't agree with all men are like that and they're not.
Right.
But I know now why women were like, you should have known better. Like, because they've gone through it. They've experienced the male harming them.
Yeah, but they still got the wrong message then that
Yes,
all
yes,
men
yes.
do it.
100. Yeah, it's not the right message. But like, I know, because again, it's just the understanding of it. It's like, I understand why they said what they said now.
Yeah, I
And
get it.
and it sucks when you're not understood to have come from a place of not being harmed by men growing up. So you don't see men like that. So you're putting yourself in situations where you don't think men will do that.
Mhm. Yeah, I hear you. A lot of things are coming to me like being misunderstood, understatement, that in order to fit in, like you have to stand out. I don't know why these are coming to me like this, but and
You think in order to fit in, you have to stand out?
uh-huh.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Because it's like a paradox. It's like the puzzle piece. It's like if every puzzle piece was the same puzzle piece, then you really don't fit in anywhere. Because like you can just be used and like misplaced and yeah, I don't know.
But if you stand out, how are you fitting in?
Because everybody's unique. Everybody's a one-on-one. So if you're gonna pretend you're not a one-on-one, then you really don't fit in with everybody. Like everybody can say that not everyone's a one-on-one, but that belief is not correct. Like you're a unique person. You came from. Like, does that make sense?
I see what you're saying, but I guess I just wouldn't have necessarily saying like I think people can fit in even when they're like not being like stand out.
I'm saying like you don't have to be like bolsterous and stuff like that. I'm just saying like you got to be you in order to fit in because
Well, then I would just
everyone
say
is
like, yeah,
you.
you have to like you need to be authentic, I guess. Like,
Yes, yes.
but I
If you're
don't. I
just
still. I guess I still just wouldn't think like because I feel like there's people who fit in who aren't authentic. Like they put on masks. Like yeah, sure they're not
yes,
being authentic, but like they're still fitting
yeah.
in.
So they hate themselves. They're
But
not
they're
being
still
true to
fitting
themselves.
in though. They're just not being their
Mm,
authentic self.
they think they're fitting in. I already tried that game. Effing sucks.
Well, yeah, wearing a mask is like the
The
worst thing.
worst thing
No one wants to
ever.
do that. Yeah, I
Another
know.
COVID reference.
It sucks. It's draining. It's terrible. But I guarantee there's people who are masking and still are fitting in though. Like with society, they're fitting in. Like maybe they don't
It's an
feel
illusion.
good, but yeah,
It's an illusion.
to us, the outside, it's an illusion. But they know.
Yeah, that's when I was able to like see through people's masks and it be like, especially during COVID, I was like, oh my gosh, a lot of people are not happy. Like, this is no way to be living.
Dude, okay, so like you doing your COVID thing, so like when I had finally clicked into, I was in a safe space to process all my trauma, that's when I started realizing all of the things like that. Like I was like, whoa, people wear masks all the time, but I didn't understand that because when the trauma was happening, I was wearing a mask. People were like, how are you? I'm
Mhm.
like, I'm fine. Like it had got to a point where I wasn't even opening up because the only person I really did open up to was my abuser. And when he's like, I'm not hurting you, you're fine, blah. I'm like, well, I don't feel safe talking to these other people. So I'm fine. Where I'm talking like the isolation thing. Like, so yeah, wearing a mask was like my life. And then I literally was like, telling my coach, I was like, dude, I hate going to the gym, walking in, and people asking how I am because I'm freaking putting on a mask. And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. And I was like, I hate it. And he was like,
Maybe if
that's
you,
normal. That's life. I was like, dude, no, it's not. Like, I could
no, that's
feel
your
that
life.
I was like, this is not my, it's not my normal. And so, like, yeah, when I like finally was able to process, I saw all these things I never saw in life. And it wouldn't have come unless, like, so as bad as the trauma was, it was very necessary because it gave me a deeper understanding of the things around me that I would have never understood. Well, fully understood. Because you can have some understanding, but like to experience things and like go through, like you get a deeper understanding.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The truth hurts,
So
and then you
kids
can
should be
connect that.
traumatized, is my, and then get them in therapy. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking, but I will say to be traumatized and introduced to
Is
the
a
real
blessing in
world.
disguise.
Well, no, as in it, like, because again, I was like 27, like literally 30,
Mhm.
like started at 27, got out at 30. So it's like when I'm that old, it's this expectation like, oh, you don't know this stuff? Why don't you know that? Like, no. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, it sucked to learn it so late in life and get the deep understanding so late because it was very, I felt so misunderstood because all the other people, not everybody, no, actually pretty literally almost everybody around me already knew these things. And I just felt really stupid. Like, how do you know all this? Like, what? And it's like, well, I see how your childhood was. I get it. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. And I'm like, well, I didn't know because it was easy for me. I didn't struggle. I felt safe. I had reassurance. I had all of these things that had given me a different outlook on life. So like, yeah, man, it literally rocked my world. Like I told people, I was like, I feel like I'm breaking codes.
My my philosophy head is being like, yeah, everybody does suck, but you're cool type of thing. Cause yeah, does that make sense?
Like specifically me, I'm cool. Or
Yeah,
like,
like you, like us as individuals are cool, but like individuals are cool, but I feel like groups suck unless the group identity is like individualism. Because people
oh, where they're
just like,
authentic people.
mhm.
Yeah. Like yeah, the whole programming, the formats. Hey,
Mhm.
how are you? Rather than like, what's good? Like being your authentic self, I would 100% choose all those people every day, every time, any like rather than the formatted. I have a
This is, yeah,
mask
this
on.
is where I get tripped up, I guess. Yeah, is that if somebody does say something mean to me, like I know that they're saying it about themselves, and I guess that's what's like hurtful in an indirect way.
Is that
But that,
they're so hurt.
yeah, they're hurt, not me. And yeah, that's just, I guess, not my problem, and I get to be whoever I choose
But
to be, and
yeah,
they
and
can
so
be.
then yeah, you just give them love.
You just give them love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's tough. So, yeah, it's simple, but it's difficult. It's
Sometimes, yeah.
straightforward, but it's curvy.
Yeah. Like I'm not even kidding you, Victor. Like
So,
my brain wasn't even in this realm of any of thoughts, like as of till the past few years.
mhm.
Till when I said I was breaking codes. Like it was like I just didn't because I didn't have the why. Like I was living in a life of just not really having the why for things. And not that that's bad, but it's like I never needed to know. Like if somebody's like, "Oh, you don't go to a guy's house late at night," like I never knew why. Like I didn't know, oh, well, maybe he thinks that it means you want to hook up. Maybe he's gonna take advantage. I never knew that. Like I just thought if you go over to a guy's house because you guys agreed to just hang out and have fun, like that's what that is. Like I didn't know why you wouldn't do that until it was too late to know why.
Yeah, it's definitely a different Soph than I remember.
Yeah, because I got traumatized. You don't go back.
No, we
You don't go
don't.
back. You don't go back. You don't go back. Ever. I'll never be the same. Ever. I'll never even see the world the same. Ever.
Hmm.
And honestly, I don't like the world. Like, I would rather see the world the way I used to see the world. Even though I see things deeper, I see all the ugly. Like, before, I knew it was there, but I didn't. It's like the understanding wasn't as deep. Like, yeah, people get hurt and they die and there's harm. Like, but now it's like the understanding is on a whole nother deeper level, and it's like I see how really actually ugly the world is, and
Hmm.
like it's sad and it makes me sad and I don't like it and I hate it.
Well, we get to be a light though. We get to be that example.
Yeah, but still makes me sad.
You can shine light on the dark and change it. It goes away.
But it still makes me sad.
Yeah.
But it doesn't.
For sure.
It will go away in like my own vicinity and who I'm around, but like I still know it's happening all over.
Not all the time. Not everywhere
Mm,
all the time.
I mean,
Like
we could
right
get
now,
stats
it's not happening right
then
now.
probably.
What's up?
We could get stats of something like every 5 minutes something's happening or whatever, I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah, like right. Somebody
And so
takes their
like
life
yeah,
every
now I
5
see like
seconds.
the seriousness of it. It's like yeah, it's like this knowing without like yeah, just a deep understanding. Like I feel like
All
my
right.
head had a rock inside.
Yep. Yep. I guess yeah. The gift is to like yeah, just I don't know. I'm thinking about like yeah, math I guess now. Right now like how I know that like no, just that we don't know. And I mean, I guess that's just the theme of this still is that
I
like
just feel like yeah, of course we're not supposed to. Then we'd be gods.
yeah, so just I don't know, be safe out there, keep asking questions, keep checking in with yourself, taking inventory. So check up on somebody else if you do have your glass full and just keep it going.
Yeah.
So all right, cuz let's table it there. Pick up another time. I love you.
I love you.
So enjoy your Thanksgiving and stuff. If I don't see you before then or whatnot, talk to you. Probably will.
Yeah, that's
And
this no. Yeah.
this week.
Yeah.
So yep. Happy holidays, everyone. Say hi to the folks for me. Yeah. I'll
I
text
will.
them.
Yeah, they're probably like, dang, Sophia's talking to Victor for 30 hours.
It's the way it be. It's the way it be sometimes.
Yeah.
All right. 4 hours, 43 minutes in. One love,
43
everybody.
almost 5 hours, bro. That's not okay.
Yeah. Yeah. If it wasn't, if it wasn't work or having to drop the kids off at daycare in the morning.
Yeah, brother. Bye.
All right. One love, fam.